Good morning students, this is Sheba. Now we are going to see about the microprocessor and microcontrollers. In last class we have seen about the introduction to these microprocessors, and now we are going to see about the history lying. As I have said, this microprocessor is nothing but a processing device that fetches the data, processes and produces the output. So the history lying behind this is there are many types of processor available, as I have shown in this diagram: socket type, pinless processor, slot processor, and many slot processor, multi-slot processor are also available. So these are all the development of the Intel microprocessor from 1975 to 2001. And you can see the generation of these microprocessors: 8080, which is a 8-bit processor, next 85, 86, 88, many types of processors has evolved. And you can see the types of processors: Pentium, Pentium Pro, Pentium Xeon. So Itanium 64-bit processor has also evolved. And the first microprocessor which is first ever evolved is Intel 4004. So this is the first processor which was invented in 1971 with a very minimum clock speed of 740 kilohertz. So of course our microprocessor works on the clock speed base. So based on this clock speed, it decides the speed of the processor. And after that 4040 processor is developed, which both these are 4-bit processor. And moving to the 8-bit processors, 8008, this is the first 8-bit processor, and 8080, 8085 is the one of the majorly used 8-bit microprocessor. And after that you can see 16-bit microprocessor, which we are going to see in this subject, our Intel 8086 microprocessor. After that 8088 and 8186, 188, 286, many processors have been evolved, but still 8086 is used in most of the applications. The reason behind is the features available, the compatibility with it, the working speed of this processor, and the cheap rate. So these are all the reason why we are going for this 8086 mainly. Then 32-bit microprocessor, you can see 386, 486, and Pentium processor, Pentium Pro processor, and Pentium generations 3, 4 dual core processors are also evolved. And after moving to the 64-bit microprocessor, Intel Core 2, i3, i5, i7 processors have been also developed. So major there are some basic terms we are using in this microprocessor. You can see bit, as we know, binary digits, zeros and ones, and byte, word. You can see these are all the basic terms that are available in this microprocessor. Data, what we are going to take on as the input, what are all the operations we are going to do. Address, where our data is available and where our data is taken. Clock, as I have mentioned, it represents the operating speed of the microprocessor. It is a square wave which is used to synchronize various devices with our microprocessor. And memory capacity of the available and external memory is available. Next, bus concept. Bus is nothing but in general we know that what is bus. Bus is used for transportation purpose. Similarly, here microprocessor bus, it is used to transport the data from microprocessor to the external peripheral devices, or from the other outside devices to our microprocessor. So there are 3 buses available in major: data bus, address bus, and control bus. Apart from this, there are CPU bus, control overall central processing unit, as well as the system bus, which is used to operate within the system. And here tri-stage logic is used to operate this input driven circuit. High state, low state, and high impedance state is the 3 states available in this logic. So this is the basic microprocessor system: input and output processed by the CPU. Secondary devices are used for storage. The history and basic process lying behind the microprocessor. If you have any doubts in this, you can ask me and get the details. Thank you.